Welcome back, children. You can see today that on the screen we don't have any write-up. We just have a small experimental setup. We would be performing Oersted's experiment today. You are familiar with magnetic effects. You must have learnt about magnetic lines of forces in a bar magnet. The lines of forces move from the north to south. In the previous lectures you must have seen these things. Today we are going to repeat an experiment which you are familiar with. You have learnt about this activity in class 8 and this is called the Oersted's experiment. What is Oersted experiment? Oersted is a famous scientist. What he said that if you pass current through a conductor, it acts like a magnet. It produces its own magnetic field. Now if you see the setup, we have got a copper wire, a dry cell, and we have got a magnetic compass with us. If you see this magnetic compass, this is the north direction, this is the south direction. So this side is the north. Now what we do is, we keep this compass just below the wire. I have made a provision so that I can keep it very easily. Now see the activity. What we do, we take the two wires, connect it with the ends of the cell. You can see a sudden deflection in the compass. Let us do it again. You can see this deflection. Yes, this compass is getting deflected as soon as we connect. You can see even the needle is trying to rotate. So what does it tell about what is the conclusion of the activity? It's a simple conclusion. This compass is nothing but a small magnet, and if I want to produce some deflection in this compass, I need to bring another magnet here. Now there is no magnet here. The compass is pointing towards the north and south direction of the earth. But as soon as we connect the ends of the battery or the cell, we see a sudden deflection in the compass. It means this wire which is carrying current must be behaving as a magnet. Now the question is, if this wire is behaving as a magnet, now let us keep it above the wire and see the deflection. If I keep this magnetic compass above the wire, let me keep it here because it's going to remain stable. I keep the compass above the wire. Please try to visualize it. Again I bring the wire and touch it with the ends of the battery or the cell. Again you are able to see the deflection. I can keep it here also. Let me keep it here and try to see what happens. Let me use a small tape. To keep it intact. I keep this compass over the wire now. Earlier the deflection was this side towards the left side. Now let us see the deflection. When I keep it over the wire, it is getting deflected towards the right. It means once I change the direction of the current, once the direction of the current in this wire is changed, the deflection in this magnetic compass is also getting reversed. So two conclusions here. If I change the direction of current, if I reverse the direction of current in the wire, the direction of deflection changes, means there must be some change in polarity. So if I bring this compass here, there is some deflection. Why there is some deflection? Because this wire behaves as a magnet. So our question is, if it is behaving as a magnet, what should be the pattern of the magnetic lines of forces. So today in this lecture we are going to understand how would be the magnetic lines of forces in a straight current carrying conductor. Now we will perform another activity to see how the magnetic lines appear in a straight current carrying conductor. So children, let us now try to understand the magnetic field in a straight conductor which carries current. Now please try to understand the setup for this activity. I have made a small straight conductor. You can see this setup. This has been made by using copper wire. We have made a loop by using copper wire. It's a square loop. You can see the bottom of the frame. I have made a square loop where this side is a straight conductor, this is a straight conductor, this is a straight conductor. These are the two ends of the conductor. What we will do is we will connect the two ends to the battery. I will supply current through this wire and we will sprinkle some iron filings on this and see how the magnetic lines look like in a straight current carrying conductor. We will try to sprinkle iron filings here and see what is the pattern of the magnetic lines produced in a straight conductor which carries current. Okay, so let us start the activity. Yes children, you can see the setup. I am using a battery eliminator. This battery eliminator has got a regulator here. I can control the voltage by rotating this knob. Now you can see it's about 6.7. This is about 7 volt. But if I connect these the ends of this eliminator, you can see the ends of this eliminator. These are the two ends. The red one is the positive and the black one is the negative. If I connect this to the positive and negative, current would flow through this coil. Now before I connect, I have sprinkled some iron filings at this point and at this point because both of them are the straight conductors. In one of this, in this part, current is going to move upwards this way. It's going to move up, and in this conductor the current is going to move down because this has been connected to the negative. Now let us see how the magnetic lines appear, how the iron filings they get arranged in a current carrying around a current carrying conductor. Now I am connecting this, the end of the wire to the positive and negative. So once I connect, let me increase the voltage. Once I increase the voltage to about 3 or 4 volts, I just need to give a small tap. I will tap this board and see if the iron fillings are getting arranged in some particular pattern. Now here I can see the arrangements. Let me increase the voltage further, near about 8. I think everyone must be able to see the pattern now. It's very clearly visible. Okay, I will switch it off and I will bring the board near the screen and try to show you how the pattern is. If you see this pattern very closely, you can see they are forming concentric circles here and here. Wherever you pass current, if I increase the current, let me do it again, and I hope that it will be able to make better circles now. I will sprinkle some more iron fillings in this and try to see the pattern. If I sprinkle it more, I am using a cloth now so that I can get a very uniform distribution of iron fillings. If I use my hands, these iron fillings would get spread. Now I just give a tap. I tap this. Now you can see the beautiful circles formed. Can you see the circles? Yes. Now you see the ends of this conductor. If you look at this part, concentric circles are formed around the conductor. I am tapping it continuously so that they get arranged. If I pass current for a longer time, the wire would become hot. So I will switch it off now. I will switch off the current. Now you can see the pattern which is formed. If you see this pattern, it's nothing but concentric circles around the conductor. I think it's clear. So in this activity, what we are able to see, that when current passes through a straight conductor, magnetic lines are produced, and if you bring a compass, let me switch it on again, and I bring a compass near the magnetic lines and see whether there is any deflection or not. Now if you see this, if I keep this compass at any point, you can see the deflection. If I bring it here, you can see the direction of deflection changes. If I bring it here, you can see the direction of deflection again changes. Here it's again changing. Here again it's changing. So the direction of the magnetic lines is, or the direction of the magnetic needle in the compass is also changing. The circles are clearly visible now. Okay, so we will be discussing the concept of magnetic lines in a straight conductor now. Okay. So what did we see? We saw that there is a straight conductor which is carrying current. Let us say this is the direction of the current. This is connected to the positive and the negative of, this was connected to the positive, this was connected to the negative, and if we take this conductor as AB, the direction of current is from A to B. What we saw that concentric circles are formed in this way around the conductor. So the magnetic field pattern, was concentric circles around the conductor. Now the question is, if the magnetic field lines are concentric circles, there should be some particular direction of these circles. So how do we find out the direction of this magnetic field lines? We use right hand thumb rule. What is this right hand thumb rule? We would be holding the conductor with the help of right hand this way. This is the way we are going to hold the conductor. Now this thumb is going to show me the direction of current. This is the thumb showing me the direction of current. Hold the conductor with your right hand such that the thumb shows the direction of current. Now if you see the other four fingers, these four fingers are encircling this conductor. ये कंडक्टर को ऐसे घूम रहा है कंडक्टर के चारों तरफ. The direction of these four fingers around the conductor is going to give me the direction of magnetic lines. तो अगर कंडक्टर में करंट ऐसे फ्लो कर रहा है, if this is the direction of current from A to B, thumb must be towards B, so this is the direction of the thumb. Now this is the magnetic line pattern. So the lines, if you see from here, the magnetic line must go into the board. So this is the magnetic line pattern. These are the concentric circles around the conductor. And how to find out the direction? By using right hand thumb rule. So hold the conductor. Now if you use this rule, you can see the magnetic lines, they are moving this way. So the direction of the magnetic lines is, in this case, it is anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise is the direction of the magnetic lines here. Now if the current is coming downwards, what would be the pattern of magnetic field lines? So if current is flowing downwards this way, if this is the direction of current, current is flowing from A to B in this direction, we can again use the right hand thumb rule. Current नीचे की तरफ आ रहा है ऐसे. So if the current is flowing downwards this way, you can see the thumb, direction of the thumb. Now these four fingers, they are entering into the board. So this way it would enter. So if I draw the magnetic lines, again there would be concentric circles here. So these are the concentric circles around the conductor. Now again I have to use the Fleming's right hand thumb rule. Current is downwards, so the magnetic lines would be clockwise now. So the magnetic lines here are in this direction. This is the clockwise magnetic lines. I hope this is clear to you. Now the second important thing is, if you see the circles are growing bigger and bigger. Now the question here would be, what would be the factors on which the magnetic field strength would depend? What would be the factor? The first case would be, the greater is the current. So the first one is, more is the current, greater would be the magnetic field strength. This is the first factor. What would be the second factor then? Now if you see, if you go away from the conductor, let us say this is circle A, this is circle B, and this is circle C. Now this circle C has a greater distance from the center. If you go away from the conductor, the magnetic field strength would go on decreasing. So greater the distance from the conductor, lesser would be the magnetic field strength. Okay, I hope you must have understood what we learned today. We talked about magnetic lines of forces. The first thing that we talked about is Oersted experiment, and the second is very interesting magnetic field lines around a straight conductor. These two are the factors on which it depends. These two factors are very important for a board examination. So try to read it and understand it well. Until then, next time we are going to meet. We will talk about the circular wire. Until then, goodbye and take care. Thank you.